Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, you're going to learn how to have a conversation with anyone. And by the end of the video, you're going to not only be able to have a conversation, but you're going to be able to build greater and greater relationships. This is going to be incredible. This is things I've learned over 12 years, and I can't wait for you to experience how simple this technique is. Let's get right into this. So as we're getting into this, I don't know if you really understand, I'm sure you do, how difficult it is to have a conversation with people nowadays. Most people are so guarded. You ever try to say hi to your neighbor and they're like, hey. I mean, it is absolutely insane right now the way that society is. People don't talk to each other, people are used to texting. And when I first started in sales, I was 18 years old. I had no idea how to have a conversation with people. And then I learned this incredible simple technique and I said, this is going to work. And I screwed it all up, because what I want to make sure you understand is when I go over this, it's not the technique that actually matters. It's how you communicate with people. If you don't think communicating with people is important, you got to understand, no matter what type of job you have, most of your success is going to be determined by your ability to communicate and relate to other human beings. Whether you're an engineer or especially if you're in sales, your ability to connect with others is what's going to set you apart from everybody else. As we get into this, the technique that I want you to understand, there's an acronym for it. It's called FORM. F-O-R-M. Every time I hear somebody try to do a technique or try to do something salesy, I hate that. I can't stand that. I think when you're around somebody else, you understand when somebody's being fake and when somebody's not being honest. So this is not meant to be manipulative. I hate being manipulative. I want to make sure that everything I do adds value to other people's lives. If you're doing something and you hear all these gurus on Facebook and YouTube and they train on here's how you close and here's how you do, I can't stand that. I just want to be able to get along, relate, and add value to people. So understand that even though this technique works, it's not just about the technique, it's how you use it. My friend Zig Ziglar, he has passed away, but I've read some of his books and he's incredible. He always used to say, you can look at a woman and you can say, your face is so beautiful. When I look at it, all time stands still. That sounds really beautiful. Or you can look at a woman and say, your face can stop a clock. Similar, but not the same feeling, okay? So I want you to understand this. So let's get right into this. The F stands for family. When you're meeting people, no matter who it is, they have a family. They have people they care about. They have people they don't like. They have people that they would do anything for. With women, it's especially easy to start talking about family. Hey, do you have children? How old are they? What are they like doing? Here's a big tip. Don't just ask, hey, do you have kids? Hey, do you have a mom? Hey, do you have a sister? Hey, no, don't do that. Get deep to understand people. How many children do you have? What do they love doing? How old are they? Do you like the school that they're in? How are the teachers? Family. People love talking about their family. The O stands for occupation. Hey, what kind of work do you do? If you're having a hard time striking up a conversation with someone, or you need to just kind of break the ice, it's the easiest thing, especially men. We love to talk about what we do. Hey man, what do you do? Well, I just load up backhoes and whatever men do. We love to talk about our work. R stands for recreation. Hey, what do you love doing for fun? You would not believe how many people, I just asked them, hey, what do you love doing for fun? And they just open up. They have hobbies. People love going snowboarding. People love going to the mountains. They love playing video games. People love kayaking. There's all kinds of things that people love to do for fun. And the last thing is message. This is the very last thing that you should talk to somebody about. But unfortunately, it's the first thing that most of us start with. What is message? It's what you want to tell the person. If you're selling something, it's the point that you're calling them for. If it's somebody that you're at a desk, it's, hey, can you get this done for me? Okay, it's your message. So let's recap. Form. family, occupation, recreation, and message. How is this going to affect the way that I do relationships? Most people don't know what to talk about. So I just gave you a blueprint that you can use to talk to anybody. So as you're working on this form, okay, here's 3 tips that will help you do this in a really, really great way. Number 1, start asking questions. Questions and questions and questions. You don't want it to be an interrogation, okay? So number 2, actually listen. When they say something, don't just listen and say, actually listen. Repeat back what they said. Ask them how they feel about what they said. Say, really? These things can make all the difference. Put yourself in their shoe as they're sharing with you, so you actually try to feel what they feel. And number 3, share a little bit about you. You don't just want to be asking people, how's your family? How many kids you got? What do they do? No. Hey, how old are your kids? 3. Man, my daughter, her name is Evelyn. She is the most gorgeous, incredible thing in the world. So your kids are how old? And what do they love to do? Share a little bit about you as you're asking about them. It should be 80% of them talking and 20% you sharing. Now let's back up. When I first learned how to communicate with people, I was awful at it. And the reason I was awful at it is people knew I was being fake. People will understand immediately if you're not being real. So if you're in sales, do me a favor. Stop all the salesy stuff. Just be real. You're dealing with human beings. So when you ask somebody, how is your family? Don't just stop there. Get deep. Or if you say, hey, what kind of work do you do? Really actually care. If they don't think you care, they're not going to open up to you. And if you want to build relationships, you've got to ask people about them. Let me tell you a story. I had a friend recently over at my house. I love this guy. If he watches this video, he knows exactly who he is. And he said, hey, Junior, tell me about that YouTube thing you're doing. And my face lit up. I just got so excited. And I started telling him, you won't believe how much I'm learning about the camera setup. And you won't believe what I'm learning about retention. And my first 100 videos are probably going to be terrible. And I just started opening up, and he just started leaning in, and I could tell he was interested. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is fun. And then eventually I realized, hey, I'm making this about me, which I don't love doing. But the reason he sucked me in into me sharing is because he asked me about me. People want to know that you care, and people love talking about themselves. So I want you to take this technique and just be real with it. It's going to be uncomfortable. So if you've not done this before, start practicing this. When you're out and about, I want you to go this with people and just love on them. Hey, how are you? Hey, where did you get those shoes? Just start opening up conversations and then get into this family, occupation, recreation message. And you're going to see that you're going to be able to start communicating with anybody. I love you. You matter. If this video has been helpful, do me a favor. Share this with somebody that you think this will add value to. My goal in this channel is to create an incredible community where we grow together. We talk on faith, we talk on family, we talk on leadership. When I was 18 years old, I started learning about this. I want kids and young people and young men to start learning this at a way younger age. You matter so much. My name's Junior. I love you. I'm out.